Any
And
questions?
the response back, is that an automated update that happens into PMX, or is that a manual process that?
Oh, okay. So the whole process is automated.
Okay.
So you can set up a schedule to run the report on the regular basis, and the report will import the data back into MRI. So you can either check the result on the report and also go to the web page to review the status of the invoice. Okay, so when I do a demo, you will see a bit more about this process.
Okay.
Okay, right. So in commercial management, we'll add 2 additional fields on this page to store the data of a UEN number and the PEPAL ID, because these 2 information are required for processing the invoice. And on the CM Manage batch, we have an additional column called invoice type. Now there's only 2 types. One is invoice, the other is credit note. Because for invoice, there are 2 different XML formats. So that's why we have to specify it's an invoice or credit note so that the system can generate the correct format for the invoice. Okay, so these are the report we designed for Singapore regional pack, including the tax invoice, credit note, statement of account, and pay voucher. Okay, after we have created invoices in PMX, we will run this report. SGP_IMV_TFL, and it will transfer all the eligible CM invoices into a custom table, staging table, and then you can review the invoice on the web page and also review the invoice on the report. And the next step is to generate the export invoice file. So just now I mentioned about Pagero. Pagero is our invoice partner, and they have a requirement of the XML file, and the file format is called pub file. So we can run this report SGP_IMV_EXP to generate the pub file, and this file will submit to Pagero for processing. So again, after running the report, you can review the result on this report. And this is a sample of the pub file. So it's a XML file. So after that, we can, so after Pagero process the invoice, they will send back the response file. And we can run the SGP_IMV_IMP to import the clearance notification and status update received from the Pagero. Again, this report can be scheduled, so you don't need to run it manually, and it can be run once a day so that all the notification can be imported back into PMX automatically. So after this report is completed, you can review the status on the report. And also you can review the invoice status on the web page. So if the invoice is okay, it's approved, you can see the response code is approved. And we also created another function called invoice deletion. Sometimes if the invoice is rejected by Pagero, it will provide you an explanation about why it was rejected, and then you can go back to PMX to fix it and then resubmit it. So on this page, you can select the invoice and then click the button, and then it will be deleted. So for audit purpose, you can run the report, and then you can see which record was deleted by which user. And also with a report called invoice report, and you can use it to monitor the invoice processing status, the validation results, and the submission history.
What is the common reason for the rejection?
For example, like in Singapore, it's required to have a PEPL ID so that we can submit it to Invoice Now to process it. If that number is missing, it will be rejected.
Okay.
Okay, so I think maybe Pagero can provide you more information about the list of rejection reason. Okay, today's key takeaways. So the solution provided by PMX is a comprehensive e-invoicing solution, and it supports Singapore Invoice Now PEPL compliance, and it's fully integrated with PMX commercial management, and it's an end-to-end invoicing lifecycle, and it can create invoices, and it can be used to transfer the invoice to the invoice staging table, and it can be used to generate the PUF file, and we can submit it to Invoice Now through the Pagero PEPL network, and we can receive the notification to update the status in PMX. So it can effectively handle the rejected invoices and resubmit it, and also it provides a complete visibility through invoice inquiry and reporting process. So in conclusion, it reduces manual effort, improve data accuracy, and support digital transformation. Okay, so I have go through this deck. So any question? If no questions, I will move on to log on to this PMX platform.
Carol, this is Wendy.
Yes. Hi.
Just to
Hello,
find
Wendy.
out- Hi. Just to find out, because we have many clients, so the people ID will be unique to each entity, right?
Yes, correct.
So meaning there's in the CM setup, there's a place where we can indicate the so-called the people ID, so that this can be, I mean, so-called transmit to the Invoice Now.
Yes,
Correct
correct.
me if I'm wrong. So what is the frequency of the submission to the Invoice Now?
So it's entirely up to your requirements. If you want to have it run on more regular basis, so you can just set up your schedule report on a more frequent basis. So maybe I can give you some our experience in Malaysia. So normally they set it up runs once a day.
Okay. So what are the options available in terms of frequency in the platform itself?
Just for our clients in Malaysia, normally they only generate the invoice on the I think month end or beginning of the month. So that's why they are not so concerned about the frequency. So it depends on your business. If it's required to run it every day, so you can just set it up to run it every day.
Is
So
there
it's
any
not-
is there any local government requirements from Singapore that the invoices have to be pushed to Invoice Now within a certain time period when they're created, or is there, do you know if there's any restrictions on that?
I am not too sure, but for Malaysia, I think it's 40 I can't remember 48 or 72 hours before